Yes, we would like to present ourselves. We are a Danish art organization and artist duo, sustaining of Sissel and Line THASTUM, mother and daughter.
Yes, exactly. I have a background actually in documentary photography, which sort of extended to a more broader understanding of visual art, also working with sound and with installation, and of course in collaboration with Line.
Yes, and I'm actually a human ecologist and environmental advisor, and I also have a organic farming education and adult actor education, and then I'm a writer, the writer of our common duo, artist duo.
We founded the organization in 2013. And then it has developed throughout the years, not just from a, let's say, practical collaboration, but also into an artistic collaboration. And Line will give a few examples of which type of activities we've done throughout the years, and then we'll sort of move on to what we are focusing on more now in our current projects.
Yeah. What I would like to say is that a very important issue for us is to do our projects and our research and our art projects and everything sustainable, and therefore we have our sustainability guidelines that we follow. Since I have the education in that area, we follow these sustainability guidelines, and you can look more into it in our website. Also, I will say that if you want to also have more inspiration for your own projects, you can go into example of our projects. We run some artist residences since 2013, especially for photographers and young artists. We made some artistic workshop for children and young people, focusing on nature, especially in the ecological crisis that we're living in. And we also in big practical events like forest planting, sustainable food, and these kind of things. We also have some art exhibitions. In 2017 in the Aarhus Culture Capital, we had some bigger events and exhibitions, and we started the SOTAN network, the first upstart of that. Some of you know, and some of you are partners or was partners in this. And we started that with a seminar also in 2018.
The SOTAN network is also a Nordic Baltic network, which has now ended officially, or the funding for it, but we initiated it in 2018.
Right. Yeah, and then it went on and into 23 with the BioArt Society as manager, and we were part of the group as well. Yeah, we also made some publications, an anthology, and then this the one to the right is the publications that we make in our last art project.
Yeah, so our current project, which we're sort of an ongoing research for us because it has become more than a project, it's actually our practice. So generally we are focusing on this interaction between species and between the more than human. So we are trying to sort of explore that in many different ways, and of course through our mediums, but also through some of the different things that Line mentioned. So one part is our own practice and our own work, but also the kind of more outgoing and community sort of reaching projects we do is all within that same theme. How can we understand the more than human, the nature, our connection to that, and our dependence on that, and our role within that, and on our entangled sort of existence. So that's sort of our constant theme for everything that we do. But the latest exhibition that we did have with this project was called Kin. And it was a mix between installation, photography, video, sound, and poems as well. And we were focusing at that point on 6 different sort of bodies or entities, which was the first on the upper left side is cyanobacteria. Then we have moss and lichen. We have codfish and nettle, and then human blood, or like to represent the human entity as well. And we exhibited in ICAST. It is in Jutland, Denmark. And part of the exhibition was also sort of to incorporate this idea of a timeline, or more poetic timeline, understanding our heritage from the earth. And one example of that we would have here with the lichen, where Line's sort of written language and poetry sort of comes into play. Then we have been working with some scientists that work with this method called biocrystallization. It is a method where you take an organic substance and liquefy it, so to speak, and put it into contact with copper chloride. And copper chloride is very toxic to any organic material. So what happens in the process, it's sort of in these small petri dishes, is that the organic material kind of gets into a fight for its life in a way. It's a bit brutal explained like this, but what happens is that each organism sort of form its complete unique own crystallization that expresses more than what we normally would measure. Let's say normal scientists would measure food quality, and you measure it in vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
And here we are actually using a visual feature, and we're using this, it's called an image making method. So we used this artistically and worked with the scientists using this.
It's kind of show that you might say the life energy for each, and the finger in a unique fingerprint of life energy of each of these bodies that we worked with.
Yeah. We did also a video installation of the process because it's quite beautiful, and it's, as you can see, it starts like very slow. It actually grows in this kind of like very pulsating way. So you can see this kind of life force almost, if you imagine the video, that it sort of grows and pulses and gets sort of bigger and bigger until it has its sort of final shape and final crystallization.
And here we just have some other pictures from the installation where we combine different things. It is green algae in the
it's cyanobacteria growing in these old chemistry glasses, but it's also other organisms that are growing. And throughout the exhibition, they started growing and sort of growing into and taking over these other glasses and these different elements.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, then we also have the photography and the poems.
So the exhibition developed
You have 1 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 1 minute. Thank you.
I have
Yeah.
one, yeah. Can you go back one, please?
Sorry.
Yeah. So the exhibition developed into photography and then to video and sound installation as well.